BTS News Today. Separated by the obligation of the state and undergoing military service, BTS's Jungkook and Jimin are now in a phase of life that tests the resilience and depth of their friendship. Since announcing military enlistment, fans are already imagining how these two best friends will face a situation in which they will have to live days without each other, away from the stage, away from the music, and away from the togetherness they have built for more than a decade. However, despite being separated by distance and strict military rules, Jungkook and Jimin still find a way to connect with each other, keep their relationship tight, even in the midst of busy and limited communication. Jungkook and Jimin are not just two members of the same group, but they have developed such a deep friendship since the beginning of their journey in the world of entertainment. Since the time of the trainees, they have always supported each other, shared joys and sorrows, and understand each other at a deeper level than it seems on the surface. Therefore, for them, this temporary separation is not just another separation between colleagues, but it's an emotional challenge they have to face in their own way. Before leaving for training camp, Jungkook and Jimin spend a lot of time together, as if to keep every moment in their memories. They can be seen more often spending time in the studio, walking around together, and even shared meaningful messages on social media that made fans feel like they were preparing for these separate times. Jungkook, who is known for his protective nature towards the people he cares about, openly reveals how she will miss Jimin and how he wished time could go faster so that they could meet again. When the day of farewell came, the fans saw how emotional the moment was for them. Although they try to show a smile and give encouraging words, there was a glint of sadness in their eyes. Jimin, who has always been known for his sincere emotional expressions, seemed to be trying to hold back tears while delivering Jungkook, while Jungkook tries to stay strong despite how hard the separation was for both of them. For them, this is the first time in a very long time they have to live life in the absence of each other. However, although no longer able to meet every day, Jungkook and Jimin still find a way to connect. In a modern world filled with communication technologies, they use a variety of ways to keep in touch. From handwritten letters sent secretly through friends or staff, to the short phone calls they make when they get permission from the military, Jungkook and Jimin try to make sure that they can still share their stories with each other. Jimin, with his attentive nature, often sends messages of encouragement to Jungkook. He knows that even though Jungkook looks strong and independent, still there are moments where he needs support. In an interview before Jimin once said that he always wanted to make sure that Jungkook knew that he was not alone, that there is someone who always thinks about him, even when they cannot meet in person. Jungkook, on the other hand, is also not far behind in showing his affection. He is known as a figure who often hides his emotions, but for those who are really close to him, she will show her care in a unique way. Some reports say that he often sent Jimin short voice notes, just to say that she's fine, or just say goodnight. In addition, fans also speculate that the two have a secret way to communicate that only they know. Sometimes, they are caught using certain symbols or codes. In a message they uploaded to social media before enlistment, it was as if it was a hidden message that only each other could understand. This makes fans even more convinced that no matter how much distance separates them, Jungkook and Jimin will always have a way of staying close. Although the draft period is full of challenges, there is one thing that keeps them excited: the day when they can finally get back together. Both Jungkook and Jimin have stated how much they are looking forward to the moment, where they can again work together on stage, greeting fans with new songs, and of course, continuing their long-established togetherness. Until that time comes, they continue to survive. Spend your days in the military with determination, while continuing to remember that their friendship is something that cannot be separated by time or distance. The fans also felt this emotional journey. Whenever there's a little news about Jungkook and Jimin, be it through hidden messages or updates from sources close to them, armies around the world celebrate with great enthusiasm. They know that the two have such a strong bond, which will not be easily shaken by anything. This temporary separation is just one chapter in their long story, and everyone is looking forward to the day when they reunite, stronger than ever. In the end, this story of Jungkook and Jimin during their conscription is clear proof that true friendship knows no boundaries. No matter how far apart they are, they always find a way to keep supporting each other, strengthening each other, and most importantly, stay connected in your heart. Time will pass, days will change, but one thing is certain: the bond between Jungkook and Jimin will remain eternal, just like the love and support they receive from each other, and from all over the world who watch their stories, when the longed-for day finally arrives. When both return from military service, the moment will be a great celebration, not only for them, but also for all those who have followed their journey so far. They will return to the world they have temporarily left behind, bringing new experiences and maturity, ready to continue their journey together. And until that time comes, everyone will continue to look forward to good news from them, waiting with hope, while continuing to support and love them from afar. Separated in the military, here's how Jungkook and Jimin stay connected. Jungkook and Jimin. Two names that have long been part of K-pop history, they are now entering a new phase in their lives. Conscription, which is mandatory for every South Korean man, lead them to inevitable situations, temporary separation from the stage, the spotlight, and of course, each other. However, for two friends who have spent more than a decade together, distance is not a barrier. They are part of BTS, a group that is not only known for its music, but also because of the close relationship between its members. Jimin and Jungkook, who were often seen so close both on stage and off camera, now had to adjust to a strict military routine. No more practice sessions together, no more recording songs in the studio, no more laughing in the middle of a busy schedule. But despite their physical separation, the closeness of their hearts remains unshakable. Many are wondering, how do Jungkook and Jimin keep their communication? How do these two friends keep supporting each other in the midst of the rigors of military life? The answer may lie in the small habits that they have been building for a long time before this separation occurs. Since the beginning of their careers, Jungkook and Jimin have always had a unique way of communicating. Short messages, video calls, to share the songs they listen to become inseparable habits. Even in the rush of touring the world, they always find a way to stay connected, whether by secretly sent voice notes or by simply sharing funny memes in the middle of a busy schedule. Now, in the midst of their military duties, their methods of communication may be more limited, but the spirit they have remains the same. Although there are limitations in the use of mobile phones, every opportunity that exists must be utilized. In a digital world, technology is the bridge that connects people. Electronic mail, short messages sent within certain times, up to phone calls that may only be possible on weekends, it's all a way to stay close. Of course, communication doesn't just come from digital devices. Sometimes, the memories they have together become a stronger link than just words. The songs they created together, the moments they went through as group mates, it was all a reminder that even though they were temporarily separated, their relationship remained close. There are times, togetherness is felt through things that seem trivial. Like when one of them hears a song that recalls a certain memory, or when they both ate the same food in different military canteens. These little things, which may be invisible to others, become their way of still feeling close. Jimin, who is known as a more expressive figure in showing his emotions,